Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe cooking channel. Today we're going to fire up the Kamado Joe Jr. and do some tandoori style chicken with some chicken leg quarters. So let's get started. We're going to get started on this tandoori chicken by making our tandoori marinade and baste. And I've got a little stainless steel mixing bowl here, and we're going to start out with 1.5 cups of plain yogurt. And then we're going to add the juice of 2 lemons. I'm going to add the zest of 1 lemon. I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of freshly minced ginger, 3 cloves of freshly minced garlic, 1.5 teaspoons of ground coriander, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1/2 teaspoon of crushed red pepper flakes, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cumin, 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of ground cayenne pepper. And I'm just going to mix that all together and get that completely mixed. And once I have that completely mixed, I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator and let these flavors marinate for about an hour. I've got 3 nice size chicken leg quarters here, and we're going to put all 3 of these down in a gallon Ziploc bag, and then we're going to dump in half of our tandoori marinade. I've taken half of it out and put it in another container. We're going to leave it in the refrigerator and let it stay cold because we're going to baste this chicken while we're cooking with that. But we're going to let this marinate, and I'm going to massage this in and get this worked in all over this chicken. Then I'm going to seal this bag up, and you need to let this marinate for at least 3 hours, or overnight's even better. So we're going to let this go overnight and cook this tomorrow. Okay, I've lit a small fire in the center of the firebox of my Kamado Joe Jr. here, and I'm going to put 1 chunk of oak smoking wood on there, and we're going to set up for some indirect cooking for the first part of this cook. I'm going to set my rack in there with the heat deflector in the low position, and then I'm just going to set my grill on top, and we're going to let this grill come up to about 250 degrees. Our Joe Jr. is just about up to temp, and we got a nice bit of smoke rolling here. So I've taken those chicken leg quarters out of the refrigerator that we had marinating in there, and we're just going to put these guys right here on the grill, and we're going to let these smoke for probably about maybe 90 minutes or so before we come back to the next part of this cook. Okay guys, we've been going here for right at about 90 minutes, and this chicken's looking real good. So we're going to move on to the next stage of the cook. I'm going to take this off the grill, and then I'm going to remove the grill, and I'm also going to get the heat deflector out of there. We're going to put our rack back in, and we're going to set our grill back here on the top level, and we're going to leave the vents open for a few minutes to let this get nice and hot. Okay, after our grill starts to get nice and hot, we're going to toss this chicken back on here, and then we're going to baste it again with some of our leftover sauce. And we're just going to cook here with the lid open, and we're going to flip this chicken a couple of times as we go. So we're going to go ahead and give this a flip. And then we'll baste the back side again, and we'll give it another flip, and we'll baste it again. And we're going to do this several more times until we get a nice char on this chicken. Alright, these are charred up pretty nicely, so I'm going to take these off the grill now. We're going to take them inside and let them rest for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to have a taste. Okay guys, I've broken some of this off the bone here. We're going to have a little taste. That's perfect. This marinade and this sauce has a beautiful bright flavor to it from the lemon juice, the lemon zest. You can feel a little bit of that cayenne on the back end of this. This is really good. It's a perfect marinade. Now, this is a non-traditional tandoori. Tandoori's typically got a little bit more red color to it than this. You can add more paprika if you'd like that, or you can people even add food coloring to this to make it more red. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. A lot of people use bone-in breasts. You can do it with boneless breast. You just have to pay attention not to overcook that. So give this a try. Let me know what you think. Join us on Facebook, facebook.com/Kamado Joe. Follow us on Twitter @Kamado Joe. And until next time, this is John Setzler with the Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.